This is Lorraine Valenti. I live in Jackson County, Kentucky. And this is a formal cease and desist complaint. I'm going to hold every person responsible for sabotaging my property, trespassing, vandalizing. This goes to Sheriff Daniel Isaacs. It is your responsibility to investigate the crimes brought against me, the hate crimes, the property vandalism, the trespassing, and the theft. People going into my house and also stealing my animals, tormenting my animals, and also the use of the electrical grid here to damage my security cameras. I want an incident report number for every complaint I have ever filed there. And I don't want to hear you transfer me to the county lawyer. It appears as if the county lawyer is involved in all of the perpetration of crimes against me since the day I moved here. And I know for a fact, because I had a friend at the time write a letter and he claimed, Ross Murray, that he never received it. He is responsible for all of these people reporting to him to sign agreements, whether they get paid under the table, sabotage my property. And I'm going to say it for the record that it has already been made known to me that Ross Murray, the county lawyer, who has, I think, a real estate background also, at least that's what he advertises, certainly a conflict of interest around here, certainly a conflict of interest, to have the whole town perpetrate against me since the day I moved here. And that goes for my neighbors that live next door. The Markses, yeah, I'm going to say it. Eddie and Scarlett Marks, the Perkies, who tore down my gate across the street. Bullet holes through my no trespassing sign. Yeah, keep on driving by. You too could be part of my video. Let's see if a third one comes by. But this is a cease and desist to all of my neighbors harassing me, trespassing, conspiring against me and my property. You can't have it. You want to buy it? It's listed for sale. And I'm going to hold responsible. Yeah, Ross Murray, you can go to the sheriff. You can go to the judge. You can go to everybody. This is a cease and desist, open public to you, Ross Murray County lawyer. Cease and desist harassing me through my neighbors, threatening my neighbors, like Chris up the block, who I have a text message from that says that the law, you told him he cannot return my gate. That is tampering with evidence and the theft of my property. You don't have permission. And yeah, you can threaten me all you want about easements and all of this stuff. This is my legally purchased property, Ross Murray. And this is a cease and desist letter to you to stop harassing me through my neighbors and my workers. And I know for a fact that through my neighbors, surveilling my workers, getting their license plates, your office calling them to come in and sign a letter to damage my property or not work for me. And then working through the Attorney General to take down my FOIA request account so that you can hide the evidence of the requests that I made of this county? Don't you have anything better to do than harass me? And for the record, when I filed the complaint in your office with a witness, the signed witness statement, right? The signed witness statement that later somebody approached my witness and threatened him in writing, drove all the way to his house and posted a note in its mailbox with the same handwriting as my neighbor, right next door, same neighbor, same handwriting as the notes that she left on my property, the notes on her front door that the process server saw, and in my witness's mailbox 40 minutes away from here. And Ross Murray did not prosecute them. He refused to. Why? You must have a hidden agenda, Ross Murray. And yeah, I'm calling you out. This is a public cease and desist to you, your workers, and your assistant there, who seems to not know how to draft a will, right? She doesn't even know how to cut and paste a will. And also for the individuals who took down my Yelp complaint. Oh yeah, I filed a Yelp complaint against both of you. And somebody removed it. You have a unique ability to comb the internet, surveil me, and take down anything that looks unfavorable against you. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Murray. I don't know why you have your knickers in a knot about my property. It doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to anybody else except me. I paid for it. I've lived here for 5 years taking care of this property. Everything I've done has been sabotaged. And I'm going to hold this county responsible. And no, Sheriff, don't keep referring me back to the lawyer. It's your job. It's called conspiracy against rights. It's titled, you're in violation of Title 18, Section 241 and 242. Kentucky has a hate crime law. So does the FBI. There are trespassing laws, vandalism laws. And you have trespassed, Judge Gabbard. You have trespassed my property here. And I guarantee this is going to float away. It's not going to be my responsibility. And like I said, if my property doesn't sell in the next few months, and this is not a threat, ask my ex-husband. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. You will all be part of my lawsuit. Okay? Every neighbor that participated, Judgy Pudgy, and you too, Ross Murray, will need your own lawyer, including your assistant and the sheriff's department. Everybody that did not photograph the damage here on the property. Look at this. You see what criminals did here? They removed all the stone here. You want to see the evidence? Yeah, see the evidence. And don't start with this BS that you cannot investigate my claims because some loser in New Jersey put me on a list for profit, revenge. Kentucky is not New Jersey. And if you're going to keep complying, you're violating my civil rights and my protected rights under the Constitution. And you are in violation of every Kentucky state law and federal law, okay? Trespassing, criminal trespassing, negligence, slander, defamation, libel. You have my neighbors stalking me, harassing me to collect license plates of the people that work here. What's wrong with you sick people? You're really sick and depraved. And yeah, I'll tell it to your face, Mr. Murray. I've already written to you that you're psychologically abusive. I don't care if you've got a law degree. You got to use it for the better good, not for harassing me. So this is a cease and desist to you and all my neighbors that run to you. Okay? It's not fair. I will not tolerate it. And I am not going to shut up about it. So yeah, I'm going to file a complaint. And this is in violation of the Division of Water. I have the documents. I met with him in March, and he was kind enough to send me the rules, the recommendations, and what to and not do with this creek. But did the judge contact me? No. You know why? They're all stonewalling me. And you want to know why they're stonewalling me? Because of you, lawyer. You're telling everybody what to do. But meanwhile, you're getting everybody in a deeper doo-doo, including your own self. And no, this is not a threat. I'm merely speaking out loud. And this is my public cease and desist to you to stop what you're doing. Some local person told me what you did to them after his, now I'm not sure if I'm getting this right, if his aunt died or whatever, and you stole. The sheriff, the former sheriff, arrested him. And while he was arrested for not paying child support or some stupid thing, like my ex-husband owes much more money, he's not been arrested. But while he was arrested, you guys went into his mother or whoever's house it was, stole the will, stole the cash in the house, and transferred that property into your name, along with my neighbor's brother. Now, I'm not saying it's true. This is hearsay. This is what I heard. Yeah, keep driving by. I got you on camera. How many cars is that in this middle of nowhere? You going to get your little gift card going on? Fine. This is a public cease and desist to my neighbors. Zoom boy. All of my neighbors. Every one of you. The ones who received the paper copy already and the ones that didn't. This is a cease and desist to you, Ross Murray, county lawyer. And I'm placing everybody on notice that I want my incident reports. And for the record, I am totally mentally sound. I'm a 65-year-old intelligent woman who takes care of my property, and I will speak out, and I will never shut up, no matter what you do. And I am telling you right now to back off. This is a cease and desist public notice to everyone that is involved in harassing, trespassing, vandalizing, and stealing and murdering my cats. And also the use of whatever weapons you're using on my property. And no, I'm not crazy about it. It's all recorded. It's all on video and sound since 2019. Ask Sheriff Hayes. You know, he also falsified incident reports or just didn't file them at all. This is a public cease and desist to all of my neighbors. You know who you are. Not all of you are involved. Some of you are actually good people that just won't have anything to do with me because you're scared to shit. That's okay. You're allowed to be scared because these people are nuts. They're evil. I'm not going to tolerate your evil, and you are not going to bully me. You're not going to trespass my property. And when that piece of concrete floats away, guess what? You better come pronto and get it removed from the creek. Because if my property floods because of your negligence, then you will have even a more major lawsuit than I'm already planning in my mind. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you could read my mind, too. If my property doesn't sell in the next few months, you're all screwed. I will make this as public as possible so that everybody knows what's happening here. All the things that you've been slandering about my name. Oh, I don't pay people, right? My little snitch neighbor down there, she calls the fire department when I'm burning in my fire pit a couple of years ago. The fire department shook their heads and thought she was a nutcase. Or how about her dogs that chase me down the county road and then eat my chickens? But it's okay for you to violate Kentucky law of dogs at large without identification. So my neighbors are allowed to commit multiple crimes. There's more crime in this town because of the things that are perpetrated against me that you are hiding from the statistics. And that person keeps driving back and forth all morning long. I don't even know who that was. I thought it was my neighbor, but I don't know who it is. Another blondie. She didn't have her black sunglasses on, though. Yeah, so I'm going to take you over here, too. Actually, this is specifically against the Division of Water's instructions. That's right. You want to see this? Is there a civil engineer in the house? Is there a civil engineer in the house? At least they're using some rebar. They didn't put any under the road up here. What a hot mess. Yeah, a hot mess. Yeah, you see what they did here? Ross Murray, Sheriff, you want to see some vandalized items? Here, I'm going to show you, Ross Murray, county lawyer, how my property's vandalized. You want to see all the paint that's scraped off my gate here? 4 times I've painted it in 5 years. You want to see? You can see the 4 different colors. Or Ross Murray, are you the one that told Chris up the block to not return my gate? That I had to file a civil lawsuit to get my gate returned to me? Are you the one? Or somebody else? Or how about all the trees that have been burned down here? You want to see? Mr. Murray? Sheriff? Since you won't come and take an incident report with photos and evidence, I'm going to post it online. No, these are not bug marks. This is pick. These are pick marks. They're pick marks. And look at that one there. And that one there. There's no wind that comes here. No wind. And you see, I picked up all these branches yesterday. But suddenly there are more. Oh, there goes another vehicle. Wow. So there is somebody coming onto the property and doing this. And I'm going to say, this is for the record too. When I first went into Ross Murray's office, you know, I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I filled out the complaint against my neighbors with the video of them tearing down my gate across the street. That's my 3rd gate. 3 gates. This is total asset stripping. And you are not going to take another dime from me. Because I am totaling up how much money I spent here and what was stolen and vandalized. And you will be receiving the information. I have been compiling this yearly and providing it to the sheriff's department, who have done nothing. So you're all complicit. You're all complicit. And what is that, like the 7th car that drove by? And yeah, I have a right to be angry. Imagine if this were being done to you. Just imagine. Ross Murray, county lawyer. How would you like it if somebody came in and poisoned your 2 black cats in your office? Would you like that, Ross Murray? Well, that's what happens here. Somebody comes onto my property, dumps their water, and puts antifreeze in. How about that, Mr. Murray? Not want to report the animal abuse and torture? And why? Why was one officer ask me how many cats I had? Who cares? What difference does it make? I have a nonprofit cat rescue. I live in the middle of 64 acres of land. I can have as many cats as I want. And of course, people keep dumping them here, like my young man here. Zoom, my Zoom cat. You want to go in? I know it got hot out. I know, come in. And when this is what the criminals do, they like to scrape the paint off, puncture holes. They punctured holes here on the base here. This is a 4-year-old building, custom built. You guys have nothing better to do than to destroy my property? You looking for a land grab? It's for sale. You don't want to buy it? Then move on. And if anything should happen to me, I have a will. And everything I own is going to 2 or 3 people. I might actually add another one. But I am perfectly sane. I don't smoke, drink, or do drugs. I don't even take an aspirin. I don't even eat genetically modified food. I eat organic food. I don't eat meat. I don't drink soda. And I refuse to tolerate your nonsense. I want an incident report number. The FBI requires an incident number for the 16 pairs of prescription glasses that were stolen out of my house in a bag that belonged to my mother, my deceased mother. You see this mast here? I had 2 of them. Remember I reported one missing, stolen? Well, months later, the criminals returned it, and they threw it in the ditch here. My landscaper found it, but I couldn't reach it. Neither one of us could reach it. And then, maybe a week later, somebody was kind enough to remove it and replace it onto my property here. Within days, it disappeared. Somebody stole it again. Yes, Sheriff. Can you write that up for me, please? It was stolen a second time. I'm not into the psychological games that are being played here in Jackson County, Kentucky. So this is my last message to you, creepos. You perpetrators. This is a formal cease and desist. If one more item is vandalized, stolen, animal harmed, property damage, sabotage of the sale of my property, you too will be part of my lawsuit. To quote my neighbor, Miss Perky. Remember she said that a few years ago? Threatening my workers. Oh, if you continue to clean her property, you're going to be part of my lawsuit. Really? You're going to threaten my workers to be part of your lawsuit for cleaning my property. Okay, I'm a little confused. Can you make this make sense to me? I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone where I live. Got a bunch of greedy, greedy people here.